Liz Peek, let me go right to you on this. Part of what we're told made this different is that the president himself was pushing the more generous stimulus and bring it up to around the $1.8 trillion range or whatever. And that changed everything. Do you think it has? Do you think it did?
I think that's probably what was necessary, Neil. After all, he's the one who pulled the plug on the negotiations. And I'm assuming that's because he was frustrated at Nancy Pelosi's intransigence. She would not go below $2 trillion. And the Senate, the GOP-controlled Senate, had made it very clear they weren't going to pass that bill. And, you know, the White House had basically gone pretty far towards that $2 trillion number. I think they were most recently at 1.6 or 1.7. And so he pulled the plug. And I think he did it to further the negotiations, not to end the negotiations. As we all know, there's a lot of stuff in this bill that has absolutely nothing to do with COVID or recovery. I think the White House would like to see a cleaner bill. And by the way, I love the idea that he challenged Nancy Pelosi just to get checks in the mail, those $1,200 checks, because even though the economy is roaring back, Neil, and it is, and there's signs like very good consumer sentiment numbers that suggest it's going to continue to go forward pretty well, there are 12 million Americans out of work. And that should be the #1 issue before Congress and also the White House, how to help those 12 million people.
So you're giving the president the benefit of the doubt. This was a negotiating ploy. When he walked away from it, he knew they would come back. And it wasn't Republicans going back to him and saying, "Are you nuts, Mr. President? We need this much more than the Democrats do." What do you think?
I think both sides need it, Neil. It hasn't been talked about much, but when the moderate Blue Dog Democrats sent Nancy Pelosi a letter 2 weeks ago that basically 31 new Democrats elected to Congress were in Trump districts. Those guys are screaming for help. They are targeted by the GOP. There's a chance that some of them are going to lose their seats, and they want something to take home. What have they got so far? Impeaching the president in a district where Trump won in 2016? I don't think that really gets them very far. So I think both sides needed a bill. Nancy Pelosi felt she had the upper hand. But let's face it also, these checks aren't really going to get in the mail, I don't think, and get to people before the election. So it's really more a question of who looks better, if you will, and not the impact on the economy.
You know, I think you're right. That's very profound. Who looks better in this? That might be all they can hang their hats on for the time being. Liz Peek, always great seeing you, my friend.